Hello, everyone. My name is Meg Matonis, and I work with the Forest Stewards Guild. We are very excited to be creating a Community Wildfire Protection Plan, or CWPP, with the Genesee Fire Protection District. In this video, I will describe the project and why it matters, and share ways that you can be involved. The Forest Stewards Guild is a leader in ecologically, economically, and socially responsible forestry. We have supported the development of over a dozen CWPPs in New Mexico, Arizona, and Colorado, including CWPPs for Evergreen and Platte Canyon Fire Protection Districts. I will be serving as the project lead for the Genesee CWPP, and my coworkers, Daniel, Eli, Karina, and Dave, will provide additional support and insight throughout the project. We hope to meet many of you over the coming year.
CWPPs are plans that are put together by a group of stakeholders, local officials, first responders, and land management groups that help identify the wildfire risk within the community, as well as risks to infrastructure, how susceptible homes are to ignitability, where fuels treatments, such as fire mitigation work, can take place, as well as escape routes and evacuation points. These are critical to first responders to help keep folks safe.
The original CWPP for Genesee Fire Protection District was created in 2008. Conditions have changed, as has our understanding of fire hazards and the scientific tools for modeling fire behavior. The Genesee Fire Protection District is being proactive and holistic in their approach to updating and enhancing your community's CWPP.
When we built the scope for this project, we did so with a vision to create a plan that is functional, adaptable, and accessible to everyone in the community. To do this, we focused on three main areas: public education, fuels mitigation, and the creation of wildfire pre-plans. Each of these are important, but together, they will make a significant and positive impact on our community.
High quality and actionable CWPPs are especially important in fire protection districts where homes and businesses are mixed within forests and grasslands, such as here in the Genesee Fire Protection District. Fuel and weather conditions along the Front Range of Colorado increase the chance of high severity wildfires. Planning and preparedness are important to avoid catastrophic losses to lives and property. According to an analysis by the U.S. Forest Service, populated areas in Genesee Fire Protection District have greater risk than 97% of communities in Colorado in terms of potential damage from wildfires.
Here in Genesee, we've had a couple of wildland fires. Not huge, doesn't make the news, but still we have a lightning strike that might hit in our open space or actually on a house and start a little grass fire. Sometimes trees will torch. We've had a couple to the west of us.
There are many actions we can each take to change our course when addressing the wildfire hazards in our community so that we can be prepared for and live with the realities of wildfire. Being a fire-adapted community starts with an updated CWPP that is built on a foundation of an accurate and honest assessment of these wildfire hazards, and one that acknowledges the shared risk and responsibility.
The updated CWPP will provide the Genesee Fire Protection District with tools and information to enhance their emergency preparedness and response, prioritize actions to make homes and properties more resistant to fire, and improve how the Fire Protection District informs citizens during wildfire emergencies and conducts safe evacuations. The Forest Stewards Guild is modeling wildfire hazards and evacuation potential and convening outreach with citizens across the community to support the Fire Protection District's goals of enhancing public awareness around wildfire hazards and emergency preparedness, prioritizing fuel treatments to make the community safer, and developing wildfire pre-plans to assist with emergency response. We will assess potential fire behavior under extremely hot, dry, and windy conditions, and relate factors like potential flame length to the ability of wildland firefighters to respond to incidents in the Genesee Fire Protection District. Our analyses of potential wildfire behavior will allow us to assess things like roadway survivability, This information can help the community determine where removal of vegetation along roads could help save lives during an evacuation. We will also look at how wildfires could threaten structures due to radiant heating from flames or from embers carried by the wind. This can help the community and residents decide where to take steps to harden their homes against wildfire and remove dry fuel and other hazards from around their homes. This summer, you might notice us driving around your neighborhood to assess neighborhood hazards. We will gather observations about the flammability of building materials, the proximity of flammable vegetation to homes, and the ability of roads to handle the types of engines used for wildland firefighting. We will determine how quickly neighborhoods could evacuate and locate parts of the fire protection district that could become evacuation pinch points. We will work with the fire protection district and local law enforcement to discuss evacuation pre-plans using this information. We will also produce strategic and tactical maps for Genesee Fire Protection District as operational tools for firefighters and other first responders during a wildfire incident.
By doing this work ahead of time and pre-identifying and pre-planning these routes and where the high fire risk is in these communities, we can work on that and help keep the community safer on the front end.
Our analyses will provide some clarity about the wildfire and evacuation risks in Genesee Fire Protection District. These will be the basis for public input, education, and plan development. The CWPP process will produce recommendations based on our analyses of where to complete wildland vegetation treatments, where highest risk homes and structures exist and how to harden them, and where evacuation congestion is most likely to occur so that first responders can better avoid delays and plan for a wildfire event. Another great benefit of this CWPP will be the ability for Genesee Fire Protection District to apply for state and federal grants. A recent CWPP document is a prerequisite for many risk mitigation funding sources. This will help your community fund wildfire mitigation and reduce risk to the area.
CWPPs are most useful when they reflect community input about values and concerns. Reducing wildfire risk to our entire community requires residents and neighbors to work together with the Fire Protection District, HOAs, and other community groups. Your involvement and support during this process is critical.
We are going to seek your feedback in several ways, including distributing a questionnaire to residents and holding community meetings later in the year. We will also post regular updates on the website for the Genesee Fire Protection District and work with your HOAs and other community groups to share information about the CWPP. Please help us reach out to your neighbors and friends. Feel free to email me if you have questions or comments. We really value your input. On behalf of myself and my coworkers with the Forest Stewards Guild, thank you for entrusting us with the important task of helping your community with wildfire planning and preparedness.